What's up, people? So this is the first episode of Shoot Dang Ranch, which is my old channel of Adventures with Uncle Jerry. Unfortunately, since I'm moving, there won't be any more Uncle Jerry. So I decided to change it to Shoot Dang Ranch and just pretty much just talk about what I'm going to be doing for the day or what I did for the day. Kind of along the lines of Coffee with the Crockers, but as you can see, I'm in my car. I'm actually headed to Oklahoma. Sorry if the audio is not the best or if it shakes a little bit. It's not my camera that's shaking. I have a cheap little camera stand in my car that's not the best, which I need to upgrade. But let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. There we go. You can see I got a lot of my stuff in the car. There's actually a new tent down here. The other tent that I had up there that I set up outside was actually too big to fit inside the workshop, so I decided to just get a smaller one, and this one's more expensive than the one Jason had. This one was $28. He said his was $20, but this one will be inside of the shop, out of the elements. I have a Bluetti power bank over here, and then I also have my Jackery up there. And the Bluetti does not have any solar panels with it, so I'm hoping that I can just plug the Bluetti into the Jackery and then use the panels from the Jackery to charge both. So we'll figure that out once we get up there. I think it's supposed to be pretty cold up there. Jason said yesterday it was like 18. Currently right now it's about 22, and I'm about 45 minutes north of where I live. I just passed through Greenville, Texas. But I'm going to be heading up there. Today's Friday. I will probably most likely be back Monday and then go live at my place. Shout out to Tom and Rhonda for just keeping an eye on the property. I do have it to where all the animals have plenty of food and water. Tom just goes over and just makes sure that everybody's still moving around and stuff like that. But the goats are, I mean, I've been saying this for a while. I probably should have waited before I said it, but they're getting ready to pop. I mean, both those females, they're so fat. It looks like they're probably most likely going to have twins. And I was talking to Jerry, I think yesterday or the day before, and he was saying that he hopes that they had the babies before I go up to Oklahoma, because he says sometimes if you travel with pregnant animals, that could cause some birth issues. So I told Jason most likely they're going to have the babies down here. And then I did tell Jerry that he could have one of the boys. So I'm hoping that I have at least 2 girls and a boy, or that possibly have 3 girls and a boy. That way I can keep one of the boys and take the other 3 up there, or if I have twin boys or a brother and sister, one of the boys will be going to Jerry. Hopefully all that made sense. You don't want to crossbreed brother and sisters as goats. I think they could potentially have birth defects and stuff like that, and I just heard that it's not good to do that. But strangely enough, it's okay if a son and a mom have babies, which is weird, but it is what it is. I don't know what's the difference with brother, sister, mom, son. I don't know. Comment down below if y'all know, because I don't have a clue. But it's going to be another probably 3.5 hours on this trip to get up there to the ranch. I'm going to be heading out to Shoot Dang Ranch, and like I said, I have my car full of stuff. Most of the stuff here was things that I had on the man cave back in Texas. I got a little mini fridge behind me, which I'm going to have probably just sitting outside of my tent. I'll have like a little platform or something for it. The Jackery that I have should be able to charge that thing 24/7. I had it at the man cave. The little charger was charging up my TV and the mini fridge, so I know I'd be able to pull it as long as there's sunlight. And then, like I said, I have the Bluetti, which is twice as strong, that should be able to charge anything else that I need. Eventually I'll bring a little Keurig up here or something, just a little setup out there that will make me as comfortable as possible. But that'll definitely get me out of the elements being inside the shop. I don't know exactly what we're going to be working on when I get up there. I know Jason said he had a couple of things in mind that he was wanting to do. I did see that he started working on the little tiny barn dominium that they have, the little 10x10 room that's inside the workshop. Just putting up insulation and all that, and they decided to not put, did I say insulation? I meant drywall. They decided not to put insulation in there, which I totally get it. We're doing everything on a budget, and they're not going to be living in that room forever. So, excuse me, I have a little sparkling V8 type thing for breakfast, and make me burp. But I totally get why they didn't put the insulation in there, wanting to save the money and stuff like that. Plus, they have the wood burning stove, and I have a window unit AC, and then also a portable AC unit, which I could potentially use in the tent as long as I vent it out, the portable one. And then Jason also has a window unit at the property as well, the off-grid property that we can use for the workshop and other builds that we do. So I'm pretty sure we'll both live fairly comfortably out there. It's not the most ideal to live in a tent, but it's going to be a big change for me going from having everything set, full electric, full water, to pretty much going off-grid. And I may here and there go to Danielle's with Jason and stuff like that, but for the most part, I want to try to stay out at the property as much as possible. There's just so much stuff to do, and we actually get paid, I think, today from YouTube, so I got to pay all my bills down south, the land payment and all that kind of stuff, and then see how much money I have left over so I can start putting stuff into my build up here. I already bought the form tubes for the house. Next step is I'm going to get some rebar. I think I'm going to do probably 10-foot things of rebar and cut them in half into 5-foot sections, and then also start picking up some cement. Once I get that stuff done, I can start digging out the piers, and then start putting in all that stuff and getting the pier and beam ready to go to build this house. I did have that little program that I showed you guys on my other channel, which is Jared Crocker. It's kind of weird. I feel like I'm on that Jared Crocker channel now, but there's a little layout, and I can't remember the exact name of the app. It's on the video, but it's pretty cool. You can design anything that you need as far as like types of structures. You can also pick through, I think it was a list of like 50 different trees and plants and stuff like that. So if you wanted to plan out a future homestead or farm, a ranch, anything you want, it's got it on there. Different types of fences, windows, houses, or not houses, doors, stuff like that. But I went with the free version, so it was limited. If you pay for it, you get a whole bunch of extra features, which I might end up doing because there's so much stuff we got to plan on this property. It puts a visual in front of you, and you can kind of tweak it before you make the mistake of actually start building and think that, man, I shouldn't have done that. I wish I would have planned it out more. So I'm pretty excited to see if Jason uses that same program and see what he can come up with for a barn dominium or the tiny house that they're going to build. I just think it'd be cool to see what they can come up with. But yeah, I believe Jason said it's supposed to be fairly cold up here. I don't think there's going to be any snow or anything this trip. Last weekend it did snow up there, and it was very windy, so that made it extremely cold up there. I know I got all these northerners watching saying that 20 degrees and snow and wind is not that cold, but hey, we grew up in South Texas, so anything under 50 degrees is cold to me. I'm more of a summer guy. I'd rather it be hot. I'm used to anywhere from 90 degrees to 110, anywhere in there. I'm still fine with it, but yeah, so that's something that I'm going to look forward to, the challenge of starting everything in the wintertime, and hopefully we get enough stuff cleared out around our properties that we'll be able to see once summer rolls around or spring rolls around, when all the critters and snakes and all that kind of stuff start to come out more. Hopefully we have enough stuff cleared out where we have a good understanding of where everything's going to be laid out, and that we can see any kind of, like I said, animals or anything approaching us before it's actually right on top of us. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and call this one a video. These will be probably anywhere from like 8 to 12 minutes, just depending on what my topic is, or if I have Jason and Danielle on here or something. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and continue my road trip. Got about another 3.5 hours or so to get to Oklahoma. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.